Wash your hands, men. Okay, naming compounds, specifically ions. So the first thing you should do when you see a problem is decide if it is an ionic or covalent bond. So if it is a metal and a nonmetal, it is going to be ionic. So that would be one from the yellow with one from the blue. That is ionic. If it is two nonmetals, so two from the blue, then it's covalent. Alright, so let's start with looking at only ionic. And let's look at aluminum oxide. Aluminum oxide. Okay, first of all, the cation, or the metal, will come first. So your step one should be cation first. And then you put your anion and just change the end to "ide." So you should write that step down. Anion second, change end to "ide." So now let's write backwards. Let's look at NaCl. NaCl. So again, step one, figure out if it is an ionic or covalent bond. So go to your periodic table, find Na, which is right here, and find Cl. So there is a metal with a nonmetal, so I know that that is an ionic bond. So I'm going to write the cation first. So sodium. And then the anion second, and change the end to "ide." So it will be sodium chloride. Okay, now transition metals. So let me make another header. Ionic with transition metals. Okay, first, you write the name of the transition metal. Then, you write the charge as a Roman numeral. And then, you write the nonmetal or the anion, and you write the end in "ide." Alright, so let's look at iron 2 chloride. So iron on your periodic table is Fe. And then this tells us the charge. So this iron's charge is a 2+. Okay? Then you have chlorine. And you're still having to balance these if it gives you a problem in this order. If it gives you the name and you write the formula, you have to balance the charges. So go to the table, find chloride, and your periodic table should have oxidation numbers, and this one is a -1. Okay, so I'm going to write -1. Then you got to cross your charges, and that's going to give me Fe1. And remember, you just assume that the 1 is there, so I'm going to erase that, and it'll give us Cl2. Alright, now try this. Try, let's go with iron and sulfur. Okay, try to come up with a name for that. Pause the video and try to do that yourself. Alright, so here's what you should do. You should, since you don't know the charge of Fe, because it's a transition metal and the charge could be anything, you first find the charge of sulfur. And sulfur is right here, and it's going to have a -2 charge. And these have to balance, and you assume that the charge for Fe is 2+. So, when you went to write that, it would be iron 2 sulfide. Alright, I'll give you a lot more practice problems because you need to work on this a lot. See ya!